I'm Skip Severance from the planning board.
Oops, sorry.
I'm done.
Thought you were doing a bio. I'm Donna Danis, representing the budget committee tonight.
John Decker, Select Board.
Gene Reed, public member.
Adam Ryan, planning board rep.
Town and school review. I don't know where Susan is. 'Cause I swear she like passed me as I was running back into the house, to get my phone. All right, so we have minutes. Oh, nice. I don't know if anybody had a chance to read them.
I did.
I didn't.
How do we get online here?
The Wi-Fi password and stuff's really, they want me to get it for you?
Oh, good,
Yeah, that'd be good.
because I don't know what the password
Wanna
is.
Yeah, sure.
Great, appreciate it.
Do we wanna-
Minutes seem to reflect what I remember.
Yeah, I didn't
It's TON guest.
I didn't find anything in the
Oh.
minutes.
Oh, so we have like a couple copies
Yeah, it's
here.
open type of thing.
It was
Don't-
like
Don't do your
4.
banking on it.
4 sets.
Yeah, it's passwords wireless with a capital W and an exclamation point.
So it's TON.
TON guest is the thing you're gonna pick.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And then the password's wireless with a capital W and then an exclamation point at the end.
Did you guys get to look at the minutes?
I reviewed the minutes I was part of. I didn't
Oh,
follow
yeah,
the ones I wasn't part
That's
of.
fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Technically, you're free to vote whether you were on the minutes approval, whether you were at the meeting or not.
I'll abstain. I wasn't there to say yes or no.
Yeah, that's what I do. Most
Typically what I do
most
too.
people do that, but there's no obligation.
Sounds good.
Unless it's needed, then I will.
I didn't see anything that we had approved those minutes previously. So let's do it up.
Which minutes are you working on?
Do you have any comments? Do you have comments? I'm just kind of quickly reading them to make sure that things seem.
The last meeting we discussed, trying to show people a better way to go about filling out the forms. I don't see that on the minutes. I know we discussed that at length, actually.
Yeah, I had that same thought when I first looked at it, but then if you look at line 24, 25, it says they clarified the CIP process and agreed to consolidate all projects onto a single sheet.
Okay, alright.
So that kind of covers it. That was my first reaction as well.
What's the date of that meeting?
The 21st, July 21st.
Oh, you got line numbers. My line numbers never came out when I printed it.
Oh.
Interesting.
Your folder will have them then with the line numbers. The folder that they gave you.
Oh,
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Right, when you print them out, they probably default, you probably have it set to not do that.
I sent Ellen my notes from that meeting that had the specific changes that we wanted to see to the form.
Did she include
So,
that?
so it's not specifically said here, but hopefully when we see more forms, it will be reflected there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
But we can certainly adjust the minutes if it's appropriate.
just for the sake of efficiency.
And one of the reasons we met tonight, because we thought we were gonna get more forms, right?
I was
That didn't happen.
No,
No.
it doesn't look like we got a sheet.
No, all she sent us was the initial draft.
So I did grab all the old forms that I had. If we wanna look at some of that stuff.
So on notes, how do we know when we're being recorded? Is it green light or
Jeez. TV.
it shows us? Okay.
Yeah.
Right, I assume we're being recorded only and not
Video.
publicized, but we might be, I have no idea.
Right.
Yeah, without going to 22. You know, that was, yeah, I have no idea. I don't
Yeah,
know how
there's
to-
no
I don't know
control
how to
thing.
work the new
Oh,
system.
maybe that, is that thing the old control thing? I don't know what controls it now.
Oh, I see a picture of us down there. I think we are being broadcast, it's a
Okay.
picture of some broadcast
We
machine.
might be.
It's okay.
Let's hear end of meeting instructions.
Susan.
Oh, there you are.
She is.
Was it you that passed, it was you that passed me, right? When I was pulling out, or no? Okay, I thought it was your car that, as I was running back into my house.
There you go.
Okay, which one are you going?
Well,
We're
someone
kind-
could have beaten me, so it mustn't have been me.
I would have said, right, I assumed you would have beat me here.
Getting in my steps.
Thank you.
Here, just doing a quick review of the minutes.
There's 4 sets. Meet first and third Mondays of each month to meet with the Maxis Select Board that we're off schedule right now.
To be
So
August.
next, right? Yeah, because the first
This is the,
is gonna be the first, which is Labor Day.
oh, so you guys are gonna be off schedule. Got it.
Well, I don't think we wanna meet on Labor Day either, but,
No, I actually won't be here.
so, all right,
Probably should.
anybody have anything,
I read them at home and it looks pretty good.
anybody wanna make a motion?
Jean, are you good?
Yes,
Okay.
that was, correct me, that was the 21st.
Well, we have 4.
Yeah, some of them I wasn't at, but
Okay.
which one are you talking about?
Well,
Are you talking about all of them?
I'm prepared to make a motion for all of them if nobody has any
I
comments.
have to abstain from,
All right, so
Oh, so we'll
do
it
each one separately.
Okay, I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes from the meeting of December 19th, 2024.
second,
All right, we got a motion and a second. Any comments? Concerns? All in favor?
I,
All right, so
Adam,
Adam,
you
Reese.
abstain.
I apologize, yes, I abstain.
I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes of January 2nd, 2025.
I'll second.
all right, any comments? Concerns? All in favor? Aye.
Adam Ryan's abstaining.
abstain,
All right, Adam,
Abstains.
Jean, abstain.
I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes of February 7th, 2025.
27th,
Yep, February 27th.
Who's gonna second that one?
I'll second.
Thanks. All in favor? Or any,
Adam Ryan abstaining.
Jean abstain,
all right, all in favor? Everybody else good?
And then I'll make a motion, we approve the minutes of July 21st, 2025.
I'll second.
Good job.
You gotta jump in there somewhere.
Yeah. Comments, concerns? All in favor?
Aye.
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 All right.
Alright.
So do we wanna go through the draft
Might as well-
worksheet that she sent us?
might as well look at that.
This is the one that reviewed and discussed CIP related documentation, but agreed to consolidate all projects on a single sheet. Is that the sheet you're gonna look at, or you're gonna look at that spreadsheet?
The spreadsheet was what I was thinking of.
Let's see.
So,
And that's in the folder.
right, it's in the
Yeah.
folder.
This one?
Yeah, the big.
Yes, yep,
The spreadsheet has many different pages on it that you sent us though.
Mhm.
Correct.
yeah, it's the by department one that we're most interested in.
When did she send it?
With me today.
The other sheets are good history information or supporting information, assets.
It was still,
Yes.
well, I think it was still this
It
morning,
was after lunch.
was it after
It was
lunch?
after lunch.
Yeah,
So this is the 10-year look ahead, bigger piece of paper.
Right,
Yep.
we need bigger paper now, so,
I'm impressed it's all on one though.
yeah,
Really.
that's excellent, cause that's like a two-pager.
I just brought from the school,
Oh,
just
okay.
what's here is
you wanna hand that
the
out?
stuff
You're
from
handing this out?
last year.
Oh, so the school's not
Yes.
updated?
No, our superintendent just started,
Oh,
and
yeah.
he is, we had a meeting last Wednesday. He's
good.
really well versed in this, and he and I spoke this morning. So,
That's an extra one, so.
thank you.
Okay.
This is mine, hold on.
So you wanna start with police? Oh, did you find it? Oh, you did, okay. Last year's, okay.
Last year's.
Okay.
Got last year's to start with.
Okay.
And this is where I was having a little trouble with trying to organize these things because they're like, some of them are front to back, like different departments.
Oh,
See it here. Alright, so we have a cruiser every year, which is, makes sense.
What's the history of that? Is it running about 50K now for a cruiser? You know?
We just bought, so the two new ones, I'm trying to remember what they were. I think they were like 48 and change.
Then to change the equipment over?
Yeah, they do some of that, what they can. And then I think it was, so one's at 150 and one's a, I assume Explorer. And they're $280 different in price. I don't know which one's which.
And the trade-in value of the old ones, or
Well, one was in the accident and totaled. And
insurance paid,
insurance did pay some of it, you know, we,
depreciated value,
right,
whatever.
depreciated value, so. And then the old, I think, the old one we held onto, I think, for one of the other departments.
So these prices for a brand new one at cost, like full price? It's actually impressive pricing for cars nowadays.
I don't know if those go, look, supposed to go out to bid, aren't they? But they've been dealing with that one dealer for a long time.
Yeah, well, we go through the state bid process, so it's through
Oh.
the state thing. So it's not like a bid, you know, it goes through the state. It's the state pricing.
I'm assuming if those are the numbers that Dawn put in, Fawn put in, that they're probably,
They're pretty, yeah,
They've
I'd say
gotta
they're
be-
pretty close.
yeah.
You know, I mean, yeah, she probably just bumped it up every year, you know, but
Percentage,
Yeah.
yeah.
so based on the 48 and whatever it was this year.
Yeah.
48 and a half or something, I don't remember exactly.
Fair enough.
50 is probably, makes sense for next year. So,
And that'll be in the operating budget, which gets voted on in
you're right,
March.
yep. So tasers, taser replacements next year,
50K for tight tasers.
but that's a
they wear out, or?
There's like a contract with that.
That's for all of them.
Yeah,
Yeah, we discussed that was like, what,
Yeah,
over
last-
5 or 10 years, something like that, that's tasers for that long.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think that was in last meeting's notes.
yeah, well, I don't see it. I mean,
I remember us talking about it last
we
meeting.
did, we talked quite a bit about the tasers.
Tasers, twenty
In
twenty-seven
those
contract is up.
submissions.
Is it on one of the forms?
Does look like these notes could be a little more robust.
Which one is this? Tasers. Budget moves
Here
to
we go.
after March, or does this go into what? So. Oh, wait, so currently, so last meeting's note, page 2 of 6, or priority 2 of 6. Current 5-year contract with tasers will be up, sign a new contract and purchase updated tasers.
That makes sense then.
So we were wondering, one of the questions we were asking is, can we move that till after March? Because if the budget doesn't get approved.
Well, they're showing it at 27 on the sheet.
Right, which makes sense, but because it says the contract's up in January. That's a bad time to have a contract
Yeah, for
for a town.
Yeah.
So if this is a 5-year contract, I would expect to see something 5 years out.
correct.
Yep.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 32,
32?
2032, right?
Yeah, yes.
And for place keepers, I guess that's another 50 grand, but I'm sure it'll go up.
If you wanna give it the same, treatment as the first line,
Yeah, I'm sure that'll go up, but I just wrote tasers in there.
59?
just carried it forward.
I just wrote the word tasers.
So you did it in 32. 32?
Yes. That would be 5 years.
And you're gonna hand this to Ellen so she can update the sheet, or do you have access to it?
Looks like we have access to the sheet.
Yeah, we
but-
do.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, anyway.
I didn't see that mail come in, but
Yeah, it says read only, I think.
that doesn't matter.
Be surprised, otherwise.
Read
No,
all-
I
read-
actually was able to open it in Excel and I'm making changes to it.
All
You
right.
download it.
That's why,
If you
yeah,
if you
yeah,
download
yeah.
it, you can,
that's why I like when
Save a
Blair's sitting there,
copy.
he helps with my computer.
yeah. All right, next thing is the MDT. The
Mobile
mobile
data terminals.
terminals. Right, and that's the thing that we talked about, those getting replaced every so often as well.
Yeah, replacing existing for new up-to-date and police cruisers.
So she's got those in 29. So,
What are they good for?
well, the one said she's replacing her 2019. And she's not replacing them to 2019 now.
2028.
Huh?
If they, 2019 and she's replacing in 2028, that's 9 years. So they 10 years, that seems long.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong number. Yeah, the wrong column, 2028, that seems like it's a really long time in my opinion, but
You know, with technology moving the way it is. But that's
I don't
the
know
most
if-
immediate.
Right, I don't know if they just did it to spread the stuff out and they need the tasers quicker because,
At what point do the department heads come before?
for us.
Yes,
Should start
When-
next.
Yeah, when we can have them come in anytime. So that's a big,
Yeah, so we need to ask Ellen to take a look at that. Like, should there be a second
yeah, I
purchase
would,
within that 10-year window?
yeah. You know, and she had 26 on everything to begin with.
So, right, so that's where the confusion came in with the
Yeah.
forms, right?
Yeah. And she labeled them priority 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5,
Right,
which isn't necessarily true either, I don't think, because it was just page 1 is priority 1, page 2, so forth.
And we changed it to high, medium, low,
Right,
right? So that,
right.
we haven't seen those updated ones from
Correct.
Ellen.
and there's some grant money associated with this one and
Cameras.
the cameras, right? So can we? And then if the tasers are actually, you know, I'm confused about the tasers because that's a contract. But I guess we have to buy new ones and then just it's a maintenance contract, I guess.
MDTs are typically exchanged every 7 years.
Did you just Google that?
Yeah, I just Googled that.
Which seems like a long time in my opinion too, but if we, you know,
is that just a general lookup?
Yeah, it's just a general lookup. Yeah.
No,
so
good.
AI responded.
Yeah,
Wait,
that's
that was,
crazy.
that was
No, but-
tasers?
No, MDTs.
MDTs. MDT.
Every
Says,
7
yeah,
years.
5 to 7 years, most often being 7.
Yeah. That's right. 5 years is probably optimal,
It sounds more realistic with today's technology.
right? But they're usually ruggedized and stuff like that, and
Okay, so we talked about that, we said, we questioned whether we needed to do that in 2032, and then we moved on to MDTs. And then we're questioning, she's got it in 2028
and nothing else,
and
right?
nothing else, so do we need to add that within the 10-year window?
Probably.
Want to kind of like put a question mark at 33,
Yeah,
2033, just as a placeholder?
yep.
I'm assuming the body camera would be something similar too, right?
Right, cause that's got
A
also a
34.
5-year contract as well. Contract ends in 2029.
So she's
So,
got it.
okay, so that, right, so we would put that 2029, 2034.
Yeah, I mean, fund just may not have looked out the 10 years.
Right. Assuming we're doing another 5-year contract,
Right.
so. And I'm not sure what I'm assuming the contract is you purchase the devices and then you pay a fee each year to.
Service and software updates and,
Which would be under the limit for a CIP, and it's not
Right,
CIP.
right, it would be part of the normal budget.
but we just said we're gonna put a question mark for new drone in
Right.
2034. Yeah. Wait, what did we say for camera, body camera.
2034 was the body camera,
2034 and the other one's 2033.
That was the new MBTs.
right?
Okay. Okay, and now we're looking at
Drones.
So the drone. So apparently our drone helped find somebody, like that criminal.
Yeah, that was a good experience.
Yeah,
So they want to replace the older drone from 2020 to a new and updated model. So again, that would suggest a 5-year, right?
yeah, I guess it would be, but. So they want that this year.
Yeah.
$2026, is that their? Oh, 2026, okay, March 20. So that would be next year, sorry, yeah. This one's 5 years old.
So that would suggest 2031.
Yeah.
Seems like 5 years, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, it would be the one right before the tasers, so.
Another question mark, right?
yep,
2031.
Yep.
And also for 2036,
Oh, yeah, might hit
Right.
twice.
yep,
using satellites then.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, new drone-like technology.
Police cars are gonna be droned.
Yeah, right. So-
We raised the 10,000 to 15, right?
We did, but also we said trust fund
We were gonna take those out.
contributions shouldn't be here.
Okay, that was my next question.
Yeah. Yeah, so that should get straight through.
Okay,
Right, so my question is like, shouldn't some of these things say Technology Expendable Trust Fund as the source?
Right.
Yes.
That's the, yeah. funding source.
Right.
like the drone.
Right,
I didn't see if the other ones were doing that also, but it doesn't look like it.
What does the trust fund stand for financing right now? Any ideas?
I could probably give you at the end of last year if I could figure out what page it's on.
If you put it in the operating budget, it's probably got a better chance of passing than a warrant article. What do you think? Got it listed as a
Well-
warrant article.
Yeah, I don't know
To
why.
fund the
It
trust
shouldn't
fund.
be,
Oh, the trust fund
the
has
trust
to
fund
be a-
has to be a warrant
Yeah, they
article.
have to do that.
Oh, is that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Trust funds.
You gotta raise the money to put into the trust fund.
Right,
That isn't just trust fund, it's that you're gonna raise 10,000 to put in.
67, hang on, let me see if I can figure it out.
The trust fund's already been approved.
Right,
Yeah, and who can expend from it is approved, but the legislative body has to be the one to say what can go into it.
So it's established.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be voted on again to establish it,
Correct.
but to fund it has to be approved for an amount periodically by the legislative body.
Yep, by the people, and
Yep.
it comes out of the unassigned fund balance. So at the end of the year, it rolls,
so
they fund them in the order in which they're placed on the warrant.
total
From
count
unassigned.
is the last column. So it's got 20,000, well, at the time of printing or whatever, $20,716.
At the end of December.
So that would have been before, I assume did we put money in this year? Did we put 10,000 in?
They just met, at the last meeting we had, they were meeting, but I didn't hear what they were
Yep.
doing at the time.
So no, it's like, did we put money in this year from the one, I assume we did, right? $10,000 for painting. That's
Plus your interest,
right, right. The interest is not huge.
is it 4%? I think they got it.
This is speaking. Article 11. So I assume Article 11 passed. I'd have to go look at the website to tell for sure.
Yeah, that's right.
So it would be another 10,000 on top of what was.
Yeah.
On top of that 20, so 31,000 estimate.
But that whole line can be struck, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that,
On
the
this.
fund itself,
Yeah.
yes. That was our agreement. We don't need to print those. But that should be part of the funding source.
Right. Well, it's a long line.
So what are you suggesting to strike that line because,
Straight, because we decided not to put the accumulation of trust fund monies on the CIP,
understood,
in addition to the fact that we decided on 15 grand. So
it's under that.
Okay, so then the station. Which. Note 1.
So we talked about this.
Note 1. Well,
Her request showed 40,000 for fees of some kind of a study
right,
for next year. I don't have it in front of me.
planning feasibility analysis.
Did we think though, cause we said the planning in 2026, did we think it would actually be the next year that it would be 250? Or did we think that there was like a year gap?
Usually your
think-
first year is interest only.
Yeah, I think we thought that there would be a year gap or it would be much smaller amount.
Yeah,
So you're saying the study, if approved, would be in 26 and then actual expenditures wouldn't start until 28?
Well, right, the big,
Yeah.
right, but 27 would have some amount, but
Some
a
interest.
lesser amount.
Yeah, because I think it went feasibility, or whatever you wanna call it, for 40,000, and then architectural was next on the list, and then
Right.
another warrant article, and then another one for construction.
Right.
And I think the idea here was to keep some money in there so it was focused to move forward.
That was, yeah,
Right, you'd have to do, right, you need an architect fees like in 27.
Tax fees are not gonna be 40.
No,
No,
but
but they're
the-
not gonna be 250 either, right?
right.
Probably.
100.
They hire a lot of subs too, to look at the land, look for the wetlands, check all of that.
Yeah.
So,
The reality is too, is that if that planning
Although
gets
she
approved-
got 250 for architect and engineering fees.
yes.
that's the engineering in there too.
That's what it
So-
looks
Is
like.
that the third step or the second?
So that would be the second step. Oh, yeah, cause then the other ones are 230,
Yeah,
so
the normal one.
the interest and stuff, you know.
Yeah, I know you do have the first year of interest only, and then you start running into principal and interest.
But this is why the forms need to be more specific in what we talked about, having one form per line item and then having it broken out by years. Because if we had that one form that then explains why we have what amount for each year, that would be more meaningful.
Well, we need to kind of revisit the form.
Yeah,
Better.
Which I
spend some
thought
time
Ellen
on
was
it.
gonna go back and do.
So Donna, this would be station replacement feasibility study, for instance, would be one line.
Right, will be the,
Oh, on the form,
On the
correct.
form.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree.
Yep.
right, so it has it on the form itself,
No, it's just got one total number.
no,
No, she
It's
filled
got
that
it.
out
Yeah,
with a
it's
breakdown.
one form that says construction of new building facility, and it says 3.5 million.
But you wanna see on 2026, what's the 40? 40
Exactly,
is feasibility, which is,
right, and then in 2027 is.
yeah, I mean, it's, so it is here, but it's like at the bottom.
Oh, I see what
It's
you're
just not
saying.
broken out by year,
But it's not
so it's
clear.
not specific, right, it's
Right.
not as clear as it needs to be.
Right.
It's at least, there's
Broken
something
out.
there,
Well, yes, there's also, the numbers don't agree. Because she's got 40, 250, and then 230 across the line. But then she's got 40, 250, 20, 2,900, that was an error. But then she's got 350. So the numbers that she's showing there don't align with what the assumption is of what's being done in each year.
it sounds like there should be a 40 and then the 250 broken out between engineering and architectural services. And then 2028, if you brought it to bond, would be your interest only year, and then you drop into your amortization schedule.
Yeah.
Was that typical, just interest the first year?
Usually,
Interesting. So it's lesser than.
just because of the timing.
yeah.
Maybe it wouldn't happen here, but usually the bond bank gives you
Well,
that
this is-
breakdown.
This is all speculative at this time anyhow, so- but to have the line in it is very important.
I know one year when we did it, we used a grant, and that was about, what, 5 or 6 years ago now? And those engineering and architectural fees came out to about 95,000 then. And then on top of it, you're gonna have all the subs that fall under the architect. And then you'll have your construction stuff, all those.
So I
So-
get that it's placeholders and it's best guess, but I mean, if, I think we have to be able to say why.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess we can kind of clarify that with Fawn when we see her and
Yeah,
just say,
yeah.
all right, we need to have this broken out better. And it's not necessarily her fault because the form is not,
Correct.
Right.
it's not,
Correct.
the form has to grow with
For
the
sure.
program.
Yeah.
But plus also, as you start to get estimates, it's hard to sort of know all the little
Mhm.
delineations right
Yeah.
out of the gate.
Exactly, yeah.
Right, cause
This-
so it's 29.
This would go over by the fire station, or would that be part of the feasibility?
That would
That would
have to be part of
feasibility.
feasibility. Yeah, if it doesn't go there, then it's probably gonna cost us more money. That's the whole thing, it's like,
You would think so. At least the land is already paid for there.
right,
Land isn't going cheap at the moment.
yeah,
Not according to my tax bill.
Nope.
Holy moly. your
You
new-
did
your
not get a
new-
tax bill,
yeah.
Just an assessment.
you got an assessment.
True.
But in
Preliminary
one way,
evaluation.
it's nice to say, well, that's what the house is worth.
So-
And a bigger valuation helps.
John, that's true, John, I would like if Ellen has this conversation before Fawn comes in,
Mhm,
so that she comes in
prepared,
prepared.
Yeah, there's not to be perceived as an ambush.
Yeah,
But
exactly,
it's a waste of time too, for everybody.
exactly.
You're absolutely right.
The bond bank might be able to help. They can give you some amortization schedules usually that will show you. And they're usually very helpful about that.
So she's
I'll push that on Charlotte.
the lead person
right.
on this then, Fawn. The selectmen, John, our
Huh?
selectmen are waiting for her input as far as investigating all this stuff and
Yeah, oh yeah,
laying out a
yeah,
proposed
she's,
plan.
yes,
Yep.
cause she's the one that is pursuing it.
But your
So-
business person probably would help with parts of it
Business
too.
person.
Who's that?
Who's our business person? Ellen?
Okay, so Ellen will help.
All right, Ellen would help as,
Makes
and,
sense.
probably Charlotte as the liaison to the PD.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I think it's okay if the numbers are still estimates, even if they're rough estimates, we just have to understand the
Mhm.
assumptions,
Right,
yeah, that go with that.
I think in pursuit of more accurate numbers, Ellen and Fawn would be wise to survey the state and see who's done one of these projects lately. They not only get names, but a better
Yeah.
handle on, because it's happening.
yep.
Yep.
Sportsman's been doing a lot.
I had to follow up on that one.
I mean, it would be bigger scale, but
But some small
They're
towns
still-
are doing it, and they're doing this combination thing.
And I think that's all she had, right?
Well, the SCBA's have been added to the spreadsheet.
Well, that's PD.
For the
If
PD.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, yeah,
PD
sorry,
were
yes,
good,
that's all
right?
for PD.
Right.
I don't want to complicate it, but it'd be nice if the spreadsheet had hot links to notes.
Yeah.
Or even if they just use
Put
the
notes
comments,
inside, the comments.
just use the comments.
Yeah,
Okay, fire department.
all right. Fire and rescue. Did we get any?
I don't think we did.
That's
We
just
didn't
for
have
the,
any last time, but I'm trying to,
We did not get any new forms for this meeting.
so, no, I'm just, and we didn't get any fire and rescue last time either.
No.
So I did send email text. I have some old, I pulled out my old ones just to reference.
So fire department had, oops, from a previous submittal. 26, they had a, no, for 28, there was a,
Geez, that's old.
is this an ambulance? Yeah, an ambulance. Do we have that one on there for 350?
Yes,
Okay, 28, okay, so that's a carryover from the previous
Yep.
year's submittal.
so what's the,
26, there was one for 40 grand for SCBA. Yep, 26, yeah.
so those in terms of replacement,
Yeah, replacement.
so that, yeah, but do those need to be, do we need to reflect an additional replacement within that 10-year window?
That I don't know. This is, let's see, purchase. They purchased them in 2004. And they're requesting replacement at 12 years.
Oh, 12 years, okay.
So it's 26. So there should be another one at. Let's see. Oh, yeah, not on here. Be 38.
See the,
So I'm sorry, that was for the, what was that for?
That was a CBA.
Okay,
SCBA.
so it's outside the window.
This is just the compressor piece.
Yeah.
So I have an old note here that said that next SCBA purchase is 2034. I think that must be,
And it could be 10-year. It just, they bought it,
right, that was like a 10-year thing.
they said they purchased it used approximately 2004.
The SCBA? What? Sorry, what are you reading?
And they put it on the thing for 2026, last year.
For the compressor?
It says raise and appropriate funds to replace existing SCBA compressor, fill station, and cascade system.
Okay. So we bought a used one?
Apparently, they're replacing the existing purchased used approximately 2004. Apparently comes as one whole system.
Okay.
So are we questioning if there should be another one around 2034?
Probably,
Or,
if they're good for about 10
20 years out of it.
10 years you're saying on average.
10 years would,
10.
would put it at 36.
36.
I would suggest doing that.
That's
Question
hard
mark.
hard to say though with a small department versus a city department, what the average
That's fair.
life is. So based on usage, I would,
Well, let's put a question mark in 2036 for that.
Yeah.
You know, footnotes might be helpful, the financial statement footnotes might be helpful, because when you bring
Yeah,
these
yeah.
up and capitalize
We
them,
talked
the
about it, but-
depreciation.
What's the other one,
The ambulance.
the ambulance replacement was listed here.
28,
that's a ways out.
Yeah, it says at least 10 years, depending on usage.
But you build that
right, but we
fund,
have two
right?
police, we have two ambulances
Last
now
one they
too.
didn't trade
Oh,
in,
so
they
I'm
kept it.
behind you guys, I'm still on the SCP, I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
The one B replaces the Nottingham Ambulance 2017 Ram 4500. This is gonna be purchase a replacement type 3 ambulance, preferably a pickup style cab, 4-wheel drive, diesel powered, similar to current 2017 Ambulance 1 and 2022 Ambulance 2. Projected vehicle cost with radios $350K.
So they're looking to pick up a third or switch one out?
No.
No, switch one off. Yeah,
But the 2022 one didn't come till 2024, so
is that the one?
Right.
The lead time on them,
it tends to be long.
And that's the bigger one?
Huh?
The 2024 is the bigger one?
Well, it's listed here as 2022
Okay.
ambulance 2. It doesn't say it's bigger or smaller,
Mhm.
but we didn't get that one until 2024. The town itself didn't get it.
Because it was being outfitted and all that.
Yeah,
crap.
all that stuff.
Does that mean when they're gonna buy this new one, that one's gonna take
2 years.
2
Yeah.
years too? So
Yeah,
it's gonna be
it-
really old by then.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
not really discussing that. I'm just
Yeah.
trying to say that.
So anyway, we
but
probably
that's
should
a
have.
fair question, because they've got 350, like, when you order it, you know, do you pay for it when you order it? Or
No,
do
you don't pay for it till it comes in, I
in
think.
total?
Well, I don't
Regular
know,
cash
you probably
flow.
gotta pay for part of it and then,
Right.
yeah.
Something custom, you know, some
Yeah.
departments.
how is it paid
But
for?
again, this was the submittal from last year, so these
Yeah.
aren't necessarily valid numbers in placement at this point in time, so. I think we just go with what it has, but that explains what, well, I say it explains. That's what they tried to explain to us as to what that is.
so chief, I assume at some point would have that information.
This one came from the previous chief, yep, I'm assuming they have similar forms that they're,
Yeah,
you know.
but a good point though, you order it 1 year and make a down payment perhaps, and then upon delivery.
Yeah,
So this should reflect that as far as expenditures.
Well, I don't think either part is good without the other part.
correct.
But
If you
so
buy a box and you don't have a cab to put it on, you got nothing. And if you buy a cab without the box, you got nothing.
So are we reflecting approval for the amount
For an
versus,
ambulance.
versus when the expense hits?
Right, but
Yeah,
we're
we don't
trying-
have control over that. All we're
Right,
doing
right.
is looking at when that would be voted upon by the
Right.
voters.
And some of this might have been because of COVID too, that kind of,
Good
the
point.
extra delay and.
Oh,
you know,
yeah, any number of things.
Yeah,
They might have a new way of looking at this since they don't have very many miles on the 2022 that arrived in 2024, that they can move this out a couple more years, but that's up to them. I mean, at the time, that wasn't figured into this.
This is always presented as this is paid for and funded by the users of the ambulance. That's what funds the capital reserve.
Yeah, it says
Historically.
fully funded by
Right.
ambulance billing fund
Yeah.
and the Douglas McLean Trust Fund.
right.
So I mean, that's fair. It's kind of like, we're looking at it as the request is made and approved, not when the expense hits. But in this case, it doesn't kind of really matter because it's coming from the capital reserve fund.
Well,
Right.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
so-
good to know,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it doesn't really,
Yeah.
sometimes it just doesn't matter. And we can cross out the fire and,
Yeah, and that comes out.
Does that go by warrant article then?
Yes,
Usually it did, I think.
yeah, it'd be a warrant article to, spend from the capital reserve fund.
So that when it says funding source capital reserve, should it say warrant article capital reserve or just capital reserve on the assumption that it will be approved, it always has been, I think. There's more clarification of how that's. The same for the SCBA. Does that get voted on or just comes right out of the capital reserve?
Everything
You
has
gotta-
to get voted on.
you gotta vote to bring it out of the capital reserve fund. You
So
vote
they-
to put the
they-
money in and. you vote
Therefore, it's a warrant article
Yeah.
slash.
and capital reserve. If-
Yeah, I
if
would think that would be a
passed.
better way of putting that, yep.
Well, wait a minute. You just suggested that it says capital reserve fund / warrant article?
No, you don't want to slash there.
You don't,
You don't
because
wanna
because that suggests, because the warrant article is just approving the
New money.
removal. Because if we do it that way, then it's saying some money comes from the fund and some comes from a warrant article.
Right, it might confuse the issue.
Yep,
Right. It might be better just.
I know what
to-
it means and you know what it means.
yeah, exactly.
So what do you want it to say? Capital reserve?
I think
Yeah,
what,
just leave
it's just the
capital
way it is, it's
Okay.
fine, yeah.
But understanding that a capital reserve expenditure still requires voter approval.
So,
Okay.
but it says capital reserve means there's already been a warrant article that's been voted yes, and then that's gonna come out of that.
The capital reserve fund has been
Should have money.
Yeah.
set up,
So I mean, all right, so it was a warrant, it's already passed.
but then to spend from it,
Yes,
you need to present it to the voters, and the method of presenting it is warrant article.
Yep.
and the warrant article itself says this will have zero tax dollar impact because it's coming from the capital reserve fund.
Yes.
Basically, yeah.
Right.
So we can cross out the capital reserve fund below.
Well, and that third item kind of covers, but I'm sorry, I should have looked ahead.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We can cross that out. Because that's where the money goes, or it comes.
Yeah.
That's funding it.
It's funding the two previous,
Yep.
Items, yep.
it's a lot of money to put away. That goes, that covers fire
Right,
engines
covers
too.
fire trucks and. There's no fire truck on here.
There's no fire truck on there. I noticed that. I didn't-
Again, this has not been updated, I don't
Right.
believe, for this year.
Yeah,
No, and
yeah.
I did reach out to Matt, but
These fire trucks are a whole nother issue as far as expense and availability too. Way up.
Yeah, another good one.
right, Public Works,
Grader replacement, that's been done, huh?
that's been done.
So that should come off the
I would think,
sheet.
unless you convert it, when we need another one.
Yeah,
There's no
I think
Well,
we're
yeah.
good,
amount in
Probably
there.
not in our lifetimes.
I think we're good.
well,
Must be.
no, I mean, how long did the old one last? Probably 15 years or so?
I hope so. Well, it's not within 10 years, John.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
right.
I know, I'm just trying to think of how long that one
Better
lasted.
not be.
Yeah. It's more than 10, I'm pretty certain it's more than 10 years old. Culverts. Warrant articles and bonds.
Is that Berry Road? Yeah, Berry Road, Kelsey, and Cooper Hill.
So the note from the
So
last.
Cooper Hill
Yeah, there was
should be
some,
going away.
850?
that should be going away because of the
Just
traffic circle.
Yes.
Oh, that's been determined that's gonna be affected?
Well, it's not gonna be part of that because it'll go around that now, I think.
No.
No, that was my understanding.
Not unless there's been a new update.
So what are you saying, Skip?
According to the plans, they're gonna, the circle, the traffic, lights,
Circle
whatever, are gonna come out and spur down
Yeah,
and tee into Cooper Hill Road just before the culvert.
Just before it, closer to
it's
Route
before the
4?
culvert.
Is it-
In between the culvert and Route 4,
Oh, so it's not gonna affect the culvert?
correct.
No, it's gonna
Rats.
affect the culvert,
They,
but
they don't want to touch that culvert at all.
the state doesn't.
No.
And neither do we.
I shouldn't speak for the state, but I mean,
I
they
can't,
know about the culvert.
I can't, of course they know about the culvert.
So,
So
That stays apparently.
Again, this looks like the same stuff that was given to us earlier for previous year.
Yeah,
Is there a new submittal?
there, we haven't seen a submittal, and the only line comment from the minutes for that last meeting says they agreed to leave the culvert work as placeholders for 2026.
Okay,
But we've got 800, 850, 850.
right.
right, so
because, sorry. Go ahead, Skip.
the 850 is for Berry Road for 2028, according to this previous submittal.
Mhm.
That was last year though, right?
Yes,
So 2028, that was Berry Road
that's
supposedly?
Berry, yeah, that's Berry Road. Again, this might be better split out like we did with the police station. Some middle
Because
wise.
they're actual bonds,
I just,
because they are bonds.
Warrant article / bonds. Is 2026 practical, given that the state's gonna be so involved in that area?
That's not till 2029.
Oh, is it that far out? Oh, I thought it was coming up.
Right,
more.
but it would maybe make
Good.
sense to do it the same year.
here's my frustration
Well, I
with
don't
this.
know.
My frustration with this right now is that we don't have updated forms.
No.
Right.
And so we don't know what the Public Works director is thinking, and it's helpful to look back at that, but we don't know what his current thinking is.
That's correct.
Yeah.
But we don't think the thinking has disappeared,
Fair,
and the values may not be appropriate,
fair.
but at least if we can determine what these things are, at least we can ask questions about them.
So
Or
if,
Ellen can, or somebody can.
if it was 2028 was Berry Road, then
Right.
what was 26 and 27?
Okay.
Kelsey and Cooper Hill.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
which,
I think Cooper Hill was
Kelsey
the
Road was
850.
26 for
Right.
800,000, is that right?
yeah, that's what they have.
Okay,
Yeah, and Cooper Hill was the 850.
Didn't she also speak about having the town Public Works do these, or one of them, or two of them? That rings a bell in my, I think, when I
We
say
might be
she,
able to.
I think Alan mentioned that.
I think they can. One of these
future
includes
discussion.
engineering and architectural fees,
Yeah, they're gonna have to have that.
and that'll probably be a different, somebody else might have to do that one, but. Alright, so it's Kelsey Road.
So we're thinking Kelsey in 2026, Cooper Hill 27, and then Berry in 28.
At least that's what's written here.
Yeah.
We're not necessarily, I
Yeah.
wouldn't say we're thinking
I
anything.
don't,
Yeah,
No,
well,
it's-
fair,
I don't see it.
From the
Here we are,
information
halfway
we
through
have.
25,
Yeah,
yeah.
but they're on the list, subject to revision.
Alright, so I can't help you on the other two, but I guess the capital reserve fund can disappear, right?
Yep,
Right.
yep.
Oh, yeah. So that's the second one that's gonna get scrubbed.
The third,
It's
because
a
fire and
third.
rescue one too.
Yeah.
So each,
And that seems to be about the same number that they use every year for doing whichever roads they do.
yeah, which is probably not nearly enough money.
Right.
I mean, we were running into that this year, the money that we set aside is like a little short, and so we're finding some money. Yeah, it was only like less than $7,000 short, so
On what?
we're gonna, for the paving this year,
7 or 17?
7.
It's not really
For
terrible,
what we, right,
considering.
so what we got in our warrant article, the quotes came back, we need 7,000 more to do the work we wanted to do. It's not as thick as we really wanted originally. But, you know, prices went up and, but if we, assuming we can, we still have a little time yet, but assuming we can find 7,000 in the budget someplace, we'll get all that done, otherwise something won't get done.
Got a chance for a line item transfer on something?
There's always chance for a line item transfer. You know?
I do know.
Alright, so Jen Phillips gave us something, didn't she?
Yeah, we have a form from her.
Library?
Yeah,
Library.
Six library.
You have the old one.
No, I got 20, I got the new one, there was just one new one, right, I think?
yes, the new one is for the parking lots.
Correct.
Reserve, repave parking lot and update levy.
Or 78.7?
Yeah.
So they must have a quote then? If they come out with that kind of number?
Why does it say one of two when they're not, is there one on the back?
Well, that's priority one of two.
It's the second,
Well, the other one that they have is the ADA compliant pathway.
Yeah, I talked to her about that at National Night Out. Said I didn't see a submittal for that in the CIP, and she said, oh, well, plans have changed. Apparently, that whole thing that we looked at, the area out back is a suitable place that people can go and get away from the fire.
yeah,
So they don't necessarily have to have a ADA type pathway to get up to a parking lot.
So where will they'll congregate behind there, like in that walking path that you saw?
Yeah, the new area that they put back there.
they, they
Couple
can,
years ago.
that meets the legal requirements, but
Correct, correct.
I,
But
but
as
there's a
we
big
know,
but.
that second entrance or exit needs work. She knows it needs work, but it
Right.
probably doesn't. It's probably not $15,000.
Where would the fire trucks would try to address it from the parking lot, or wouldn't they aim to get?
Well, they could get, they don't, the building's not that big, it's like,
It was about getting the people out from
Right,
below.
right.
right,
So,
It just seems,
they
my
happen-
recollection is it wasn't really that far away, that whole flat back area wasn't very far
no,
off.
it's not very
That-
far.
that was
If
the
that whole
initial
building's engulfed,
discussion,
That's
they don't
not
wanna
gonna
be
be,
there.
no.
right.
Right, if that whole building's engulfed, they don't wanna be there.
But we also met with the Director of Public Works,
Yes.
and I thought there were gonna be discussions about how much of that he could do.
There was a
Yes.
lot he could
Right,
do, he
that
said,
type of
That's what I
gravel and
thought.
everything.
Yeah.
yeah,
There's a lot that he can do.
that's just a matter of.
So where does it stand with your conversation with Miss Phillips?
Well,
was
where
it?
it stands is there's only one submittal, and it doesn't include that ADA walkway.
But it's on the sheet. So what do we do?
This is more the parking lot. I think, if I'm looking at the same one you are,
Yeah, replace and repair.
I don't know about having people kind of trapped in the.
So that's my, then my question is, the second one that's listed is construct the subject matter we're just talking about. Should that,
where's the second
oh,
one?
it says TBD. Yeah, I think we just leave it and see what we get from the library.
Yeah, well,
I don't wanna say Skip says.
no, it's just insight. I only have one from them, but
That's all we
Yeah.
got.
that's all we
Yeah,
got.
yeah, that was a
Okay.
question at one of
Yeah.
our meetings, is what happened to it.
So, anyway, that's what you told me. I thought the 88 one was gonna be on here or be done this year, and that's not.
Well, it's for
Well, that's
the plan.
it says 2026, but
But
Well,
this,
that's a parking lot. She's
No.
only focused,
Parking lots.
well, you don't have the form, but on the spreadsheet it says 2026 for 100K with a funding source
Oh.
TBD.
oh, I see, okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Of the exits?
Oh, I see.
Oh, that's probably on there from last year.
Probably.
So, yeah, that's
So,
like, yes, that's
clarify.
last year's number.
Yeah.
Cause I have the last year's form right here.
once again, you get a board, not a board, but the representative before you, and get it from the ruling body.
Oh, wait, no, that's not the exit lower level.
That's all handled, but not by the selectmen, but by the library trustees, right?
Right,
So lower level exit said 50,000 last year. What did we put in here?
It says 100 now.
No, what did we put? Cause we bumped it to 100.
yeah, after talking
We
with
made it
them,
to 100, cause we lumped it in with the parking lot and all that stuff. We
right,
kinda lumped it all together.
all together.
Yeah.
Cause it seemed like you're doing it,
Huh?
let's do it. So what do you wanna do with that one? You wanna just cross that second item out?
I think we need, well, we need to hear from her, but we also need to hear from Public Works that
Steve,
if
yeah.
something needs to be done, can they do it?
Well, first from her,
Right.
if need be, Public Works.
Cause I'm curious, Skip, as to what new information they got that said there's enough space for people to congregate there.
That,
It's not only people, it's handicapped people. Can you I
Right,
can't imagine
no.
a wheelchair going into that
After-
area we saw.
after we had the show and tell over there,
Yeah,
one of the emails or something included that Jen sent out that
Yeah.
it was legal, that they could just,
I believe she talked to the building inspector somehow and
right.
that kinda went away.
That's right.
Just think.
That's
about
So
the original
let's put a
forms.
question mark in front of that second one then.
right, I mean, I still think it's probably a
Yeah.
important thing to look and try and figure out.
Yeah. I agree.
It's like legal versus practical,
Right.
right?
Right, I
Yeah.
mean, it's a safety thing.
Yeah,
You know, yes, it meets the legal standards, but is it really a viable solution to get people out of there?
correct, right.
I mean, I guess if there's only one person, sure, we could probably,
Yeah, not a big deal.
right, but, you know, if there's a,
Apparently, it's a remote chance because you gotta be downstairs, number one,
right,
and handicap, number two.
right,
Yeah,
and have more than one handicapped person down there probably to make it even more of a challenge.
Yeah,
yeah, what are the odds, but
But-
it only takes one.
Right, it only takes-
Right,
Due to occurs.
all right.
Wreck,
Alright, rec had the van in there.
Yeah.
So used van. Is that a rec revolving?
that's if they have it in there. Does that get voted on?
No.
do you have to approve to have it come from a rec revolving fund? You don't,
No, we,
Okay.
the select board can.
you're the agents,
Yeah, the,
Okay.
the
yeah,
governing
yeah.
bodies are the agents to
Yeah.
take it out, but the people approve the funds going in.
Those funds are actually like revenues,
Okay,
so
Yeah.
we don't put any extras into that. That's just all revenue funds.
okay.
The basketball, multipurpose basketball is probably the basketball pickleball.
LWCF grant. Oh, it's a grant.
Last I heard is the tennis grant said it has to be purely tennis.
That's the grant. So she talked to us about that grant.
Yeah,
They're promoting tennis, not that dreaded pickleball game.
Yeah.
That's out there a ways.
Yeah, so, yeah, because it takes a while to do all that stuff.
LWC fees, LWCF is Land Water Conservation Fund.
Well, that doesn't sound like the tennis fund, does it?
it's
No,
outdoor activities.
okay, oh, yeah,
The state, it's federal, comes down to the state for outdoor activities.
So that's why it's listed as multi-purpose then. Yep, I stand corrected then. Based on the source of the grant.
improvements to Marston, she had that on the sheet, right?
Yes.
29.
Yep.
New conceptual plan was approved. Possible grant, we're hoping to expand our amenities in this area without the initial impact on taxpayers based off previous studies and plans. This is the best course of action and obtainable with the right source of funding. We are looking to develop on land that is already developed, bringing major costs down and a fundraising focus for what is needed to make the next phase. This is not a priority right now, but we would
So what
like,
time do you have to leave?
as soon as we get to rec, I gotta leave.
I was gonna say, I thought you said it's 6:30.
Where are you reading that from, please?
This form that was submitted.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, she's got 150 there, but she doesn't have like, what are the I'm sorry, wait, I take it back. Improvements, pavilion or shade structure, small playground, additional parking.
The shade structure was done last year. Yeah,
Yeah, they need to enlarge that pavement,
this year. I guess I should say this current year.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
not the pavement, but enlarge the parking lot with gravel. It's gonna go further out.
Oh, sorry, a shade structure at Marsden. Yes. Oh, I thought she was.
And they're also gonna create,
Wasn't that part of that grant? Or no, was that phase two? That might have been phase two. I'm trying to remember.
it should be phase one, that needs to be done immediately. It actually shouldn't even be part of the grant,
Right, yeah, so, okay, well,
they need it now.
mhm.
The additional parking lot is out by the softball field off of the side road. There's a gate or a barway that exists over there, and there's room for more parking over there, and I guess that's what they wanna do over there.
Yeah, I know we need more parking there. That's my understanding.
I apologize, but I do have to leave.
Yeah.
that is,
So somebody's gotta take notes.
Jeez.
I can do pretty well up
But
until now.
hopefully somebody's not watching the camera and taking notes.
I think Beth does it, she does a good
She
job
does,
of those
yeah.
minutes.
She does pretty good, yeah.
so the area you're talking about, Skip, that's not on here about the improvement to the parking area?
It's included in
Well,
that
yeah,
I think that's in that
For
29.
Oh, the 150?
2027 and 28. Is the one that includes the expanded parking lot.
I don't see it on here then.
It was on the form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it never made it to the sheet? Cause I'm not seeing anything for 27, 28. Good night.
It's the $200,000 multi-purpose basketball court item on the
Yeah.
spreadsheet.
Yeah.
That particular item also includes expanded parking lot.
Oh,
This is from their submittal from last meeting we had. One of these things, Gene.
yeah.
Then the 150,000 is the one that I was talking about, the additional parking lot, the shade structure, pavilion or shade structure, and the small playground.
Mm. That's out there a ways somewhere. That pushes us to administration.
I think so. Oh,
Do that
cemetery's
again,
got
Gene?
nothing.
That pushes us down to the Department of Administration. In other words, we're done with rec,
Yeah,
and,
I believe so, yeah.
and cemetery is a placeholder, no amount. A warrant article coming up for community center back building, what's that?
The back,
Space back there.
1972 edition back here.
There were all those classroom, there's a whole classroom
Yeah,
window
yeah.
foyer.
so
What-
I don't know.
what's the,
What are they doing?
Yes, for 10K.
Oh,
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like much. The last time I was back there, it was
I don't-
interesting.
I don't know, well, we can go
It's-
back there if you want.
it's pretty interesting.
Is there any
That's
sense
probably
in
why
it
there's
yet?
a 10K on there, just to finish up the, pretty interesting.
Try
make it
and
less
figure out
interesting.
what to do with it, I think.
Yeah,
Let's
I
see.
don't, we haven't talked about that, so,
We being the selectmen.
yeah.
Yeah.
Not in a while, we haven't talked about that.
Is that building assessment committee still in?
We're getting it back up, going.
What was
It's
that called?
restarting back up.
Um,
Facilities
Yeah,
committee,
yeah. They put out a pretty good report.
yeah, it's starting back up again, so.
Alright, so
Uh,
So,
encapsulate rear portion of community center.
encapsulate.
Encapsulate. Continue with mitigation efforts to encapsulate elements stemming from the rear of the community center from the in-use portion containing the municipal offices, police station, and food pantry.
And new meeting area. Right here. Which abuts.
Are you reading last
back-
year's? Is
In
that
back of
last
this
year's
wall
stuff?
is where it starts, isn't it?
I'm not seeing
pretty
what
much, yeah.
I'm not seeing what he's reading.
Are you
There's a
reading-
hallway back
Are
there.
you reading last year's?
It's
I'm
like
not
a
seeing what he's reading.
foyer, yeah.
No, I think
don't
I'm,
have it either. He keeps
uh,
the records.
yes, last
It's a
year.
submission sheet.
He likes to be the informed.
Sorry, that's the
That's
only
fine.
one I found. It was-
Yeah, no, right, cause I was gonna say, there's nothing new on there, that's
Oh,
like,
yeah, that was for 2025.
right, I think that,
Well, that's last year's
Okay,
stuff.
let's see, what was this one for? 25.
I mean, we did a whole bunch of stuff back there, and we can go back there if you wanna see.
Yeah, at some point, not tonight, please.
I don't
'Cause I
have
know what it
select,
looked like a few years ago.
I don't have a select board meeting tonight, so,
Oh, I see,
otherwise we'd be kicked out already.
oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I had to run to do the trustee meeting, you had to run
Oh,
over
so-
here, yeah.
So, yeah, I'm not sure what that 10,000 is for specifically this year.
Encapsulate.
It sounds like.
Well, that was a 50K last year.
Right.
I was reading
It sounds
from previous stuff.
Asbestos.
So there's,
something, doesn't it?
well, it
It's
sounds like
encapsulated.
Yeah, they're
It's
allowed to
asbestos.
contain, you're talking about the asbestos and stuff like that?
Apparently, that's
Yeah,
the
you can-
word
Much
they would
wanna go
use.
back there if they have it.
Yeah, they can
encapsulated.
wrap it, they can wrap it in something.
So
How do you-
accounting software,
You're gonna get audio, video, equipment update, the cable franchise.
yeah, we're
fee.
trying to get some stuff.
That
some-
happened.
Well, some of that, right, that,
This is all last year's stuff.
Yeah, at some point, do you think the
This
school
stuff-
could get their, like what they're eligible for out of the cable franchise? Where would we go to
I-
get that?
I guess, just ask Ellen, yeah,
Okay,
why not?
That's what we'll
We-
do, yeah, cause I know there is a component of it.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that all works, so.
Okay, I will check into it.
These have not been updated.
Alright,
This is
The
left
same numbers
over
as
from
last year?
last
you are
year's.
actually in the midst of getting a new accounting system, right?
We are looking at, yeah, because we have to.
Yeah,
Because,
There's not doing, the other ones being,
my understanding is the one that
Done.
they're using now doesn't
There's no
address the
more-
New Hampshire retirement system properly and some of those
you know, it's
statutory
like no more
requirements.
updates or something.
Yeah, so it has to be done manually and it's a real drag.
I bet, a real drag.
Solar power.
So you just wanna put a question mark and.
The whole thing, the whole
Yeah,
thing,
whole
big
thing.
question.
Okay.
Good.
All right, we can do the school. You brought some updates.
Yeah, so, we have our new superintendent, Andy Corey.
Mhm.
He started, last Friday. So he's been in place a full week. Yeah, he and I
He's already
talked,
given us updates.
yeah,
Nice.
well, I filled this
Best-
out, but based on
Best
his,
superintendent we had so far.
he's really nice, he's really good, he's familiar with this process. So we talked this morning, the school building addition, where we stand with that right now. There is a space crunch. We do still have all these new builds happening everywhere. I can remember at one point people said, we're out of land, but we're apparently not, because down by us, there's a big one up on the hill there, Chinburg.
Yeah,
And then there are a couple out here off of Smoke, and there's one going into that beautiful field coming up Mill Pond.
yep,
So there's quite a few coming in. Right now, we're having to put some classes, it looks like, on the stage area in the cafeteria. So there's a lot of movement there, but we don't see ourselves ready to do a build for a warrant article coming up. So the Space Advisory Committee is gonna convene, and they'll probably be looking more at what you see the police station doing, looking at some feasibility studies and some process
Mhm.
to see what looks good. Mr. Corey has reached out to some other districts that have done similar things. Some of them have prefab modulars already, so that's something to explore, and the cost structure, understand where that could go, and the connections and getting the slab. So he's working on that. The windows, we had put in at 72,000. We brought in a consultant to look at the HVAC system and also to do RFPs and get costing on some of these projects. So the window replacement would be 75 aluminum windows and a couple of fixed windows. And Mr. Corey's suggestion, it's 300,000, so rather than have this sticker shock, just slide that out over 4 years and do 75. Do
So
it in
starting at
sections.
20,
And the windows are deficient or
So
dated, or-
They are original to the building. so they
starting
are
at
having
27.
so they're not efficient, is that it?
Yes,
So they're gonna take the project on a little at a time or save up for it a little at a time?
I think what they would plan to do is phase the work, so work with someone that can plan it and phase it for us so that it can be managed.
Yeah, I'm just asking, it's usually they have, like mobilization fees and stuff, and also get discounts on buying windows in bulk, so I was curious to see if it would be more efficient to do it all at once, or would it be more
Okay.
over time?
That's a good question to ask the suppliers.
Right, right. There is usually a savings if you do it
Is that
at
for
one
the-
time.
I'm sorry, is that for the whole building then? or-
Yes,
Wow. The building was built in 95?
yes. I think what he was thinking is, if you're gonna be doing some work on the backside, for instance, and depending upon what we do, then we wouldn't wanna be retracing our steps with the windows either, so
Yeah, that would not
try to
make sense.
fit it in, but I think we'll run with that question around efficiency and bulk purchase. The generator, we had costed out, Mark Jobin costed that, it's 285,000 for a 400 kilowatt. The question that Mr. Corey has is, and I tried to look it up as well over the last several months, is the school an official shelter for the town? I've seen on the emergency plan for the town that it's listed as a temporary shelter, but it's also in a floodplain. And that there's a
Right.
helicopter pad potentially in the
it
parking
doesn't
lot.
meet the requirements as a shelter. Can it be used? Yes, that's why it's temporary.
The requirements because of where it's located, or,
Well, having gone through the floods,
yeah, we had to get pulled
you could
out.
come in from Priest Road through the
Right.
back. It didn't necessarily flood there, but the river on either side pretty much flooded and downtown flooded, so. But apparently, there are specific requirements that
Okay.
you have for the shelters.
Mhm.
I don't even think this building is rated as one,
Probably not.
This one?
this one.
No way.
Who makes that determination? The state or local fire chief or?
I don't
do
I
we
don't
have
know
a-
the answer to that question. I asked, previous fire chiefs in regards to, because this generator thing came up before, and at the time, that generator was only gonna be enough to run the coolers and that kind of stuff in the kitchen. No, it was actually just lights. It wasn't gonna do heat or anything else.
At the school?
At the school, many, many years ago.
Yep.
And it got voted down, but,
The pad and all that's there, right? Isn't there a pad there for it?
small pad.
For
There's
the,
a connection box there for it,
for what now?
For a
for the
generator?
generator.
Yes.
But the concept that was being presented there was that it was not gonna be
Big enough.
a place that people could go. So,
Yeah, right. I remember that when it didn't get voted for or whatever, that it was like, it really wasn't gonna meet the needs for a shelter or anything and stuff like that, but
and apparently you have to have space for cots, storage of cots.
well,
I'm not real sure I understand why that needs to be there,
Well-
but you could bring them in from someplace, but
yeah, there's a couple
anyway.
back here maybe still.
But there were a lot of items that were identified when they told me. That was, probably 20 years ago, but it doesn't appear to me that anybody in the emergency management group has necessarily thought about a place that people could go. Because this place has the same issue. The people from that end of town, if it floods, can't really get here.
The fire department's in the same,
Does this town, besides the fire chief and police chief, have like a committee that?
We do have an emergency management, but
Team,
and a joint
Yeah.
loss kind of teamed up
Yeah.
together.
um
The school has one too.
usually it's a building inspector, police chief, and fire chief.
Yeah.
And maybe some
actually
other,
I think Fawn is the head of it.
could be.
Is that an active
Yeah.
discussion that committee's having, or is this,
Well, I think
does this
that's why
relate?
it's on this list.
Does that
as-
relate to that?
Who knows?
Yeah, I'm not,
Well, I did find the
there's a
plan
plan, I'm not
online.
sure how-
I read that in,
there is a plan, I'm not sure how good and up to date and realistic it truly is.
well, it did list us as a potential helicopter pad. It listed the Baptist church over
That
on,
seems like a lot of money for a
over on the
generator.
other side there,
Need
off of,
about 1,000.
4.
Yeah, probably run the whole school. Yeah.
Yeah, they
Probably the
listed that
wiring
area,
and
that
stuff,
is a
Probably
potential
backwired into the building, thing like
location,
the
so I just wasn't sure. So the question would become, that would drive some of the decisions around how big a generator.
Correct.
What's the generator gonna be fueled by? Just out of curiosity. It doesn't matter, I'm just curious.
Diesel, with a
Is it
diesel.
And then where do you, how much diesel you keep on hand
That's
to?
what my next question was gonna be.
Well, there's a
Truck,
huge
you get to it.
propane tank there. I would assume
Why
it would be
wouldn't we use
propane,
propane, right?
We are propane fired, so we do
Right.
have a tank.
big tank.
Yeah, that's what you're gonna need if you're in a flood situation, that might not be able to get a diesel delivery, is what
Yeah.
I think he was.
Well, you might not be able to
I
get
was like, 'cause
propane.
I know
delivery
every
either.
time the wind blows
Right,
in
but
this
if you have
town,
a
you can't
good
get to the school.
reserve.
And
Anyhow,
how long, right, I guess the question becomes how long,
how long can you
Can
tread
you tread
water?
water, yeah.
right, can you run that thing with,
So
Well,
that's, yeah.
Complex.
there's,
Where
that's
did the
very
two,
right.
You've
it's
seen the
not
tank, correct? You've seen the tank?
the propane tank?
Yeah.
285 was presented at the last school board meeting. We can bring it up.
Probably, but I don't
For that.
remember.
If you
Mark
drive in
Jobin,
and turn into the parking lot that's
construction
behind the
group.
gym,
does
there's
that,
a big ass submarine coming at you.
Good.
It's a big tank.
Huh?
We're not
Wow.
talking one
But
that
you're
gets,
talking, if you're talking emergency, how long is that gonna power that generator for?
well, that's when you do your math.
I'm,
There's gonna be some math involved.
well, yeah, but I
Public
think it's
math.
gonna run for quite a while.
Turn the kiln off. These and I would.
They don't deliver tanks there. The tractor trailer truck comes at 2 a.m. and fills it.
So that's kind of where we are with that generator and moving around, where
Mm-hmm.
it would fall in. We had it, I think, pushed out a little bit further in the prior.
Yeah,
Plan.
it was pushed out
But that is a good question, and you guys should ask that,
Right.
and
So that's a
I
question
don't
he
know who
had.
determined that it would become
Ellen,
that.
yeah.
Right, I mean, it may be a legitimate thing if we do a few changes or have it like a not quite, but close enough.
Well, I ended up asking the question of various people, and then I think I went on website someplace for the state to find out what it was. And then there's a bunch of requirements that didn't mean much to me. The cots kind of
Yeah,
got my attention a
Barely
little
have
bit.
room
when-
bring your own,
Chairs for
bring
that.
your own cot.
What do you need, 250? Well, that doesn't, no.
Yeah, bring your own sleeping bag.
So, we'll research that a bit more then.
Yeah,
Where would you keep those cots? You don't have enough place to put
In
the
the
students.
encapsulated room.
Yeah.
There's some in there. I'm pretty sure there's cots in there. Not very many, like maybe a few.
right.
But that's a whole other subject, emergency preparedness though, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yikes.
And
There
it-
is that report.
And
that
I just
found.
assumed that any new building would tend to meet those requirements.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
There's
But
like,
for a municipal, I thought that's probably what it was, but.
What is it there? They're encapsulated. Just out of curiosity. I know this is
That was on the report for the town for this
So the
back
back
area.
room's encapsulated.
in this building.
Yeah.
that was
Yeah,
last-
let's say,
that
yeah.
was last year's report.
Okay, yeah. No, it's not that the school is too new to have that kind of stuff in it.
Yeah, there should be no asbestos in
Yeah, no.
there. There better not be.
No.
Either that or
It's
somebody
an
who's
80s
using
building.
really
In the
old
school, 80s
materials.
or 90s,
95.
95, yeah.
HVAC repair.
Yes, so, last year we had on the warrant, I think it was the 300. That work has been undertaken this summer. There is still some work to be finished, so that's, Mr. Corey again will evaluate when he sees the entire package, but it appears that they have been able to address the issues. And it sounds really tedious to be saying, you know, what color is the glycol, but that was sort of the driving issue, the consistency in color, and that was sort of the symptom of the issue. So they have replaced, they've pulled all the glycol out, they've flushed multiple times, they've put fresh in, and they replaced a lot of, took the ceilings down and everything, and replaced a lot of the
You familiar with this issue?
Yeah, I should agree with me on it.
Okay.
so all that piping has been replaced.
It was incompatibility between the glycol and some of the fixtures or slash piping and seals and.
What happened, I believe, in my opinion, is that the piping was original to the building. Some of it was copper, some of it is not. The copper doesn't seem as to be as susceptible. We had a big powerhouse, dual-sided boiler that was all metal, that was original to the building, and I think 2 years ago, we replaced that because one side of it went down, so we lost the duality, and then it cracked. So it's replaced now with some brand new, you'd go in there and think you're looking at like a data center. They don't look like boilers.
We don't.
So you've got that, but you're pushing out into piping infrastructure that's from 1995. And the glycol apparently needs to be managed on a regular basis with chemicals to keep it from becoming acidic. Otherwise, it chews into the pipes, and then that fouls the glycol.
Right, it's just, yeah.
And they need the glycol because part of the system leaves the shell and goes outside.
So there's some
Air handling.
air handlers up.
in the-
And we
Roof
actually
vent,
had it
yeah.
in here to replace some of those. We did 142,000 of air handlers on top of the gym area. And then we talked about putting money in to replace some of the ones that are over the library area. But those are encapsulated. You'd have to take the ends off of the
Different
building
encapsulated.
to get them out. So the plan now is to rebuild them,
In situ.
yeah, if they need it. So they're being managed in that way.
So this 100K is for, thank you for the background. This 100K is for,
We had put in 300 for 25, 200 for 26, and 100 for 27. So this is a placeholder right now. So once Mr. Corey sees the final analysis from E&E Systems, and knows what other things may need to be
Right, so
worked.
most of that's already been done.
I see
So
your
you got-
footnote H. I'm sorry, John, go.
You think you have 100,000 left?
That is, that's
Approximately.
just a,
You're-
that's not
you're way.
based on anything other than we pushed off the 3, we don't think we'll need 2, and we moved the 100 up, and he'll have a much better sense of that when he gets the final report.
Under review, work done this summer may complete the repair, so it's, as you say, it's under evaluation, under review.
Yep. So
And
we'll work
so-
on this some more with more details, but this is kind of. what
Does this
we-
correlate with what's on this sheet, or this gotta be?
No, this sheet came to you guys today, and this is what I was working with after the
Yeah.
conversation,
So
so we've got a lot of moving parts. I'll get this updated.
You're gonna get, yeah, good.
The stuff from 285 down is not on this big sheet now.
I also do need to speak with you a little bit about the kiln replacement. We had that on, the warrant for 67,000. The kiln has been replaced, it definitely needed to happen. It is not fully installed yet, so capitalized, you bring in all those installation costs as well and capitalize it up. But it's coming in lower than the 67,000 that was voted in the warrant article.
Oh, excellent.
So, it is excellent, but it does present, somewhat of a financial challenge because it needs to be segregated. You can't spend those funds on anything other than what the voters appropriated that for.
Right.
So again, the superintendent is gonna work with legal to ensure that, that gets back to the taxpayers, and that was very important to him today,
Just buy clay with it.
to ensure that that goes back.
No, you can't.
It's
Yeah,
old,
you can't.
the thing,
Right, it has to come back to
What happened to the old one?
The old kiln?
Yeah, no value?
kaput.
It was not, no. The bottom of it was breaking, it was, the parts were obsolete, we couldn't really repair it, and they had some, some potential safety issues moving forward with it, so I'm not sure, I can find out exactly what happened to it,
We can remove it from this one.
yes.
Yeah, we don't
And
need
you
the
can
line
expect to see, some information coming from the district,
So we'll have a revamp, an update of this whole section.
yes.
So we're better off to just delay discussion on the rest of this, since you've gone over this, is that?
I think these are the high,
These are the high notes.
high level important things.
How does this get updated, John?
I don't know, I'll reach out to Ellen.
I would update these and then probably let her know, and then she'll put
Yeah.
it into
Well,
the,
I assume that if we leave her a copy for this, if we send her this, if you send her this,
yeah, so
she can
I'll
update it.
talk with him at some point.
Donna will
This week
probably
into
update
next week,
using this.
right,
We'll
Donna,
fix
Donna
this
may
up.
update it too, so.
Yeah, we'll fix this up, and then I can get it over to Ellen. The other thing he did want to mention too is that the rebates for solar end in December of 2025, so he wasn't sure about the timing of doing that at this point, if the rebates are over. And we were subject to having to replace a roof first, and we've got multiple, so we still have one pending. We did not want to obviously put solar panels up until the
No.
roofing was all done.
So,
Solar
we
panel,
didn't, are we renting those?
That is a conversation, because you guys, I noticed are doing something, so that maybe is something to talk about, but our roof's not probably ready.
Well, no, but I mean, yeah, but don't you have some there already?
No.
No, oh, you don't, okay. Alright, yeah, so, yeah, we don't
And the
wanna do
the
that.
rebates are done at the end of this calendar year.
Yeah.
He seems very
So-
cost conscious, very aware of costs and.
So they remove all the steel in the HVAC system? Is it all copper and brass now, or?
It's not all copper, no, and I
There's still
don't
some
think they
steel.
removed everything, they removed what they felt they needed to.
Yeah.
And so when we get that final analysis, then there's also gonna be a system coming up on it to manage it, so that you can better manage that
Monitor the
system.
acidity?
I'm
Do
sorry.
they have to monitor the acidity of the glycol?
I don't know if it's gonna monitor that, but we do have a company coming in now, Second Wind, they're testing it regularly and it is being treated.
so there is a treatment, you don't have to drain the whole system.
No, you can treat it with chemicals to ensure that it doesn't become acidic, and you keep it clear that way. And it can last you a decade if you maintain that.
How's the school population?
I think are looking at 535 right now. We have some pockets. Our preschool is experiencing a lot of interest and growth. But I can bring those enrollment projections and the actual enrollment numbers to you, because those were updated.
Okay. And also there's been in the news that about the state passing that, I forget the name of it, but school choice, I'll call it,
Yes.
and losing some funding. Any update on that and how it's gonna affect us?
Right now, I think we have, say, 4 students that are availing themselves of, the funds to go.
I can't
To
remember what
go
they
elsewhere.
call it, it's a
Yeah.
3-letter acronym.
But
thing.
now it's even broader
Yes,
in that you can it's almost open enrollment everywhere. So there'll be some districts that will have interest to come in and other districts that
that's what I'm thinking.
will have an exodus.
Can you
Um,
refuse?
Um,
If I got 5 kids in Newmarket and wanna send them to Nottingham?
yeah, that's something that we have to start looking at policy. The New Hampshire School
Thanks.
Boards Association is working
I bet.
on that. So you're gonna have to establish what your thresholds are and what you can do. We already do that a little bit because we do have interest. I do believe our school is not a school you'd see an exodus from. There's probably gonna be interest to come in because it is a good academically performing school. And we have fielded inquiries before any of this happened from folks in other towns wanting to send their kids.
So what happens financing per student cost?
There was in that statute, I believe they had a number.
I think
So
so
that's
too, but it
all
was
gonna have-
nowhere near what it costs.
Right, so that's all going to have to be looked at. So the law is there, but the numbers need to be put in place to support it, and we
Yeah.
need to have some strategy around how it's gonna happen from the state, and we also need to get a policy, which NHSBA was gonna help with.
Yeah, good, I'm glad you're getting some outside, get the big picture.
When do we wanna do our next meeting?
I think we should rely on Alan getting the information from the department heads, no?
Yeah, and see what
To-
A
happens.
lot of
Let's see when-
questions to be asked and
Okay.
answered.
That's fine, if we wanna
We
start,
kind of set it up as first and third, but I mean.
Right, I know,
or
but-
Talked about it, I should say.
well, right, so this is the second,
Oh,
we said, so,
Yeah,
So it would be a quick turn to get all these
well, is
questions.
this a good night for us to meet? We're not under the gun for anybody?
Yeah.
Or-
so Mondays, if it's a select board meeting,
Right,
which is first and third typically.
Yeah.
But we're gonna be off schedule right now for a little bit.
Right.
We don't have a meeting next week. But we do have a meeting on the 25th. Then obviously we don't have one on the 1st.
Okay.
So we're meeting 2nd and 4th for September. And then October we'll start back on 1st and 3rd.
So how about second? No, your meeting's second.
Well, I mean, that's fine if our meeting's only gonna be an hour.
Yeah, but as we get more stuff here.
Right, I know, it's like, how long did it take us today?
2 hours.
2 hours almost. So Tuesdays are bad for me.
By the same token, we're months ahead of schedule.
Right,
Used to not start until.
right, no, and that's,
September,
which
which
is
is good.
good. We're trying to be proactive, which is awesome. And that's the whole idea, and there's stuff that I think we can, we could kind of work out, even if we just meet with one department at a time. And honestly, having a 5:30 meeting is probably better for a department head to meet with us. It's like if they're in town and then we're coming early or whatever,
Yeah, so
we're not-
I'm gonna go home.
instead of them going home and coming back for a later meeting. So, you can,
So to be decided.
I guess to be decided.
What, how is everyone gonna get all these questions? Does she have to wait for the meeting minutes or will someone submit them to her?
I'll ping her tomorrow.
Okay, and then she'll know and she'll be able to tell
Yeah,
me
I'll
what she
send
thinks
her,
she'll
I'll
need.
send her
for-
email tonight or something,
Sounds good.
so. She'll probably review the minutes anyway and meeting notes and
Yeah.
just to make sure she captures everything. Anything else?
Guess I'm still trying to come up with a date.
Oh, we're still working on it, okay.
I'd like to kinda know too.
Yeah, I mean, we should at least kind of have our next date. Would be good,
You wanna try the hour before your meeting on the 25th?
that's fine. So we'll just do a short meeting at this 5:30 to 6:30 on the 25th.
25th,
25th,
August.
August, yep. 5:30.
Okay.
We'll
And I
work
think
on
that's-
something that's an hour and then.
Right. Yeah. All right, well, thank you all. We need a motion.
Motion to adjourn.
Adjourn. Right.
I'll second.
Aye.
Mike?
Aye. Aye, aye.